Hey everybody on Facebook. My name is Adam Forty. I'm the sheriff here in Snohomish County. I want to welcome you. This is the first time the sheriff's office has gone live in any way, shape, or form. I've warned all my staff that once the words leave my mouth, you can't take them back. So we're all going to be careful, but we're going to try to have a good time and have fun. We are here today to talk about recruiting and hiring and some of the jobs that are available to the sheriff's office that you might not hear about. We always talk about corrections deputies and deputy sheriffs, but there's a whole lot more to the sheriff's office than just that. So in this forum, we're going to answer some frequently asked questions that our recruiting folks get asked all the time. So we'll answer those ahead of time. But if you have a specific question about the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office and what we can offer, go ahead and type it in the comments. And we might not get to all of them, but we're going to try. And so we'll do our best to answer those. So with that, I look forward to this discussion. And we've got a whole panel of experts that are currently employed at the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office that can help answer some of these questions. And they're going to give a quick introduction so you know who you're talking to.
I'm Lieutenant Andy Kaler. I'm with the Personnel Development Division. I am in charge of hiring and recruiting as well as training.
I'm Deputy Amanda Gonzalez and I work for South County Patrol.
I'm Sergeant Dee Dee Quick. I am currently the training sergeant and also the lead force instructor under the Corrections Bureau.
My name is Jacob Taylor. I'm the Health Services Administrator, the Corrections.
You ready to roll?
So question one, this is for Lieutenant Taylor. What are the physical requirements to become a deputy sheriff?
To attend the academy, you'll need to do 20 push-ups within 90 seconds. You need to do 25 sit-ups in 90 seconds. And you need to do 35 squat thrusts in 3 minutes.
And then as a follow-up to Sergeant Quick, what are the requirements for corrections?
Sir, the requirements for corrections are identical right now to that of patrol.
Next question is for Lieutenant Kaler. What current job openings is the Sheriff's Office currently hiring for?
Currently, we have 21 deputy sheriffs that we're looking to hire, as well as 5 record staff and 1 in our fiscal department. The corrections has 10 deputies that they're looking to hire, as well as 4 medical and 7 support.
We got a question here for Sheriff Adam Fortney. What specialty units can I work in as a deputy sheriff?
So specialty units, what those are the different jobs that you can do within the deputy sheriff rank. And what cool thing about the sheriff's office is any job you can think of that law enforcement would do, we do it. And so you typically will start in patrol, but then you can test out to get into any of these specialty units. We have a canine unit, we have a SWAT team, we have a search and rescue, we have a boat unit, we have every detective division that you can think of, so major crimes, homicide, property crimes, special investigations unit, all of those things that we have. And there's typically a lot of movement, so it's not gonna take decades to get into one of those if you want to here. There is job opportunity as far as specialty goes all the time. I started in patrol. I did 10 years in patrol, and then I did 10 years in canine. And that's the cool thing. You don't have to do that long. You can do shorter. You can do longer. At the sheriff's office, once you get into a specialty unit, you can stay. And that was my path. So we have expanded the canine unit since I became the sheriff in this position. And so there's job opportunity there. And anything you want to do, you can do. If every 4 years you want to change what you're doing on a daily basis, you can do that within the deputy sheriff rank. So the opportunities are endless here at the sheriff's office.
All right, so the next set of questions here is for Lieutenant Kaler and for Sergeant Quick, reference the academy being recruits in the Corrections Academy and the Law Enforcement Academy. If maybe you could both detail the differences between how long is the Corrections Academy and Law Enforcement Academy? Do you get paid while you recruit at the academy? Do you get housed while you're at the academy, or do you have to commute to the academy every day?
You want me to go first or you want to?
All right.
So I'll go first with that, and I can only speak to the Corrections Bureau. So we do have a Corrections Officer Academy that all of our new deputies need to go through. It is 160 hours in length, so that's approximately 10 weeks. You are absolutely paid, you are absolutely housed, There's a lot of different things that are covered in that training, that 10 weeks we go through. Combat manipulation, from legal issues, professionalism, emotional survival, a lot of our different transports, booking procedures, communication, proper searching, and arrest control, and also defensive tactics within that entire 160-hour program. I think I answered all the questions there. Bill, sir?
Ours is approximately 5 months. As with the corrections, you are housed down at the academy, and the academy is in Burien. So they have like apartments set up for the students to be able to stay there during the work week, and during the weekends they get to come home. During that time, they also get paid to be at the academy, so you're getting a wage as well as medical benefits, incurring vacation time as well as sick time. During the academy, you are also learning control tactics instruction, case law, as well as EVOC instruction, defensive tactics. So you're getting everything that you should know before you come out onto the road and through the FPO process with us.
So this next one here is from Michelle in Arlington. She asked, this is for Deputy Gonzalez, what made you interested in a career in law enforcement?
Kind of piggybacking off of Sheriff Courtney, I always want to be a detective, so there's so many different detective jobs within the county, with the sheriff's office, that I can kind of pick and choose and kind of go through whatever one I kind of want to feel like. My ultimate goals are major crimes, so that's what I eventually want to get to. But, you know, you can start at, there's special investigations, there's the property crimes, there's all these different detective positions that I can do to work up to major crimes. So that's essentially my main goal, but starting on control, it's fun. I mean, I didn't think how fun it would be, but I really enjoy it. So I'm just working my way up and getting through it and having fun along the way. So.
This next question is for our Health Services Administrator, Jacob Taylor. Jacob, what is it like working in a jail medical facility, and how is it different from a hospital environment?
It's a very rewarding experience, and you know, you get to treat people that are not able to receive medical or mental health care in the community, so we're able to provide that. It's also amazing when you get to see an individual succeed. They may have stumbled once or twice, they may have come to jail more than a few times, but then there's that one instance where we get to see that success in their lives where they made new change. It's also a very unique environment. It's unlike anywhere else that you probably would be able to work in medical or mental health. It's fast-paced. There's also a diversity of roles. You get to work with deputies, you have providers, you have mental health professionals, nurses, LPNs. It's also probably one of the safest places I've ever worked. It's just a great experience.
And a follow-up real quick if I could. What kind of medical positions do you have working at the Snohomish County Corrections Facility, and what medical positions are currently open at the jail?
So we have a mental health department in our medical department. We have currently a full staff of mental health professionals. We also have nurses, providers, we have MAs, medical assistants. We also have a medical director and myself. Currently we have 3 nursing positions that we need to fill, RN positions, and we also have an LPN position, which is a licensed practical nurse.
All right, this question here is from Mason in Bothell, and I guess we'll put this out to Sergeant Quick for the corrections portion, and then Deputy Gonzalez for the road. What are the shifts like for a new deputy on the road and for a deputy in corrections?
No, go ahead.
Well, the shifts are 12 hours for the most part, right? It was hard at first because I wasn't used to 12-hour shifts, but when you have a crew that you work with, everything just goes by so fast or slow, and it makes it fun. It doesn't, you know, your shifts aren't lagging on or anything like that. It all depends on your crew, and you're a big family, and everything, you know, everything just, it's fine. So.
Mind if I add on something of that? Our crews, our shifts are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. We also have swing shift that is down south, And those shifts run from 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night, as well as 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 2 o'clock at night. The schedule looks like it's a 4 on, 3 off schedule, 3 on, 4 off. So in a 2-week pay period, you'll need an 8-hour shift in between those. So you pick out an 8-hour shift in that 2-week pay period. So it benefits the employee fairly well, and the shift is Sunday through Tuesday or Thursday through Saturday, and then you share a Wednesday, so you work every other Wednesday for patrol with staff.
So, speaking for the Corrections Bureau, we currently work 8-hour shifts. Those shifts are broken up from our graveyard being from, you can do the math, is 8 o'clock in the morning, no, I'm sorry, midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning, that's our graveyard shift. And the day shift picks up from there from 8 to 4, and then after that, swing shift holds down the fort from 4 p.m. to midnight. So we work all in concert with each other. We do have some specialty positions within the Corrections Bureau that there's a lot of flexibility within their scheduling. That would be our Intel department, our Transport department, and I think those are our 2, is that correct? Our Transport department, they're Monday through Friday, they work 8-hour shifts as well. But again, they're flexible as the need presents itself.
This question is from our viewing audience, and we'll direct this towards Lieutenant Kaler since it's kind of reference hiring. Can you still be a deputy sheriff if you've ever been fired from a job?
Yes, you can. We look at the totality of circumstances when if somebody's been fired and what it was for. So ultimately, it's important when we do an intake interview with myself after you get past the oral work that we talk about what that reasonings were, and then we kind of look into deeper when we go into the background process.
So this is actually kind of a follow-up to that last question. This is from Jill in Lake Stevens, and this is for the sheriff. What are you looking for in an applicant who wants to join the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office?
So what I'm looking for, I'll talk a little bit about my perspective first, and I've been a very vocal supporter of the profession, if you will, publicly speaking. I want everybody out there to know that it's been a rough 18 or so months for law enforcement in some context, but the community in Snohomish County has just been fantastic as far as support of law enforcement, public safety in general. It's great up here. And I want everybody out there that's thinking of maybe applying for any job in public safety. This is an honorable profession. We try to do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. We don't always get it right, and when we mess up, we own it, and we just move on from there. But it's still an honorable profession. And so when I came into office, we had kind of an informal motto, if you will, and it was just talked about at roll calls. A lot of sergeants would put it out to their patrol crews, and it was do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. If you can do that, you can get through this career. Well, I made that our formal motto when we came into office in 2020. So I would throw that out to anyone that's thinking about a job in public safety. That's what I would be looking for. I want someone who can do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. You don't need to be perfect. You don't have to have a perfect background. But I would say if you are even thinking about a job in public safety, give it a shot. We will welcome you.
This question is for Sergeant Quick. What is your favorite part of working in the Snohomish County Jail?
Well, I don't know if we got time for that. So I've been working in the Corrections Bureau for almost 16 years now, and I love coming to work every single day, but just to make that answer as quick as possible, no pun intended, is, having people come in, seeing the lights off, if you will, like people that are struggling with drug addiction and are just in mental crisis, if you will, and then having them come through the system, offering them programs, offering them consistency and accountability, and then seeing the lights come back on and really getting to see the person that they are meant to be. There's extreme value in that for me, and that's what keeps me coming to work every single day.
This question here is from Lori in Bothell, and this will go out to Deputy Gonzalez. What keeps you coming to work every day, and what's your favorite part of your job?
Well, almost kind of the same thing is, you meet so many different people every day, and you kind of follow their story. And then you see them on a call, a couple months or what have you, and you see their progression and where they've come, and it makes you happy to see that you're actually making a difference instead of just contacting people and you're done with it, You get to see people really get their life on track. coming to work every day is that, of seeing people progress and seeing people get their life together, for lack of a better word. And, you know, like I said earlier, your crew, you know, keeps you coming back. They work together as a team. They have your back. You feel comfortable with them, and you kind of tackle calls together. And it just one big happy family here to make a difference with your team is really, you know, feels good.
All right, this next question here, I guess will go out to the whole panel. So from anyone, and it can be multiple, if you have advice for someone considering a career with the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office, what would it be? Start with the sheriff.
My advice is, number one, get in here and give it a shot. Check out our hiring process. Lieutenant Kaler, he's the one that you're gonna probably talk to first when you start inquiring about it. And I would just say, give it a shot. That's it.
I just tell people to be a good leader, you know, in whatever job you're doing, and I always tell them doing the right things for the right time, for the right reason, kind of what the sheriff says. We talk about leading the way and being part of the, you know, the future for the sheriff's office, and being a good person because you represent the sheriff's office, and wearing that badge with the shoulder patches and uniform, and driving a car, or being that person that is assisting everybody getting paid, you know, and being a good person all around.
I would say, yeah, just get out of here, give it a shot, do it for yourself. Don't be scared, it's gonna be intimidating. No matter what part of the process you're in, you know, coming here day one, you're terrified. Right now, terrified. It's always gonna be there, but just keep doing it, and, you know, don't let fear get in the way, because if not, you're gonna regret it. So, just get out there and give it the best you got.
I like what you just said, don't let fear get in the way. You know, the unknown to me is what motivates me, so I think the first step in everything is just that, it's taking the first step. And know that you'll be supported.
Like I said, there's a diversity of roles, and I think everybody has something to offer, and I think it's really asking yourself that question: who am I, and what do I have to offer the agency? So.
This question is for Lieutenant Kaler. We've heard about corrections deputies and law enforcement deputies and medical staff at the jail. When we look at the board behind you and it says support staff positions, records positions, what kind of jobs are those in the sheriff's office? What kind of jobs do those personnel do for us?
Those are our law enforcement technicians, as well as our law enforcement secretaries. They're the ones that are routing reports, taking fingerprints, working with getting your CPLs, your concealed pistol licenses completed and processed through the state. They are kind of behind the scenes, but have a very intricate role in the sheriff's office and day-to-day operations of what we do. We rely heavily upon them, and they're very good at what they do. So it's important that we have a full staff when we are doing our job, because they keep things running with our reports, getting them off to the prosecutors as well.
Before I ask my last question to the sheriff, also for Lieutenant Kaler, can you tell us the next time that the recruiting team is going to be out in the community and available for people to come and talk with you guys?
We're going to be in Everett. I believe it's September 28th at Everett Community College. So come by and see us. We'd love to have a conversation with you and talk to you about the rewarding careers at the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office.
And the last question for the panel today is directly to Sheriff Fortney. How can someone apply to work for the Sheriff's Office?
Right there, sheriff.snoco.org/jobs. That's the easiest way to do it, and then that just starts the process. You do an intake interview, and it goes on from there. And I just would want to encourage folks, and I thought Sergeant Wood said it best: don't let fear get in the way. The process can be intimidating. Come on in and try it. We like to think we're a family here at the Sheriff's Office, and we like to treat everybody with respect and professionalism. So come on in and give it a shot.